I really hope England aren't this weekend.
To all of them. Here's Conor Murray.
And that's time.
And it's been a decent send-off for them. They've won at the Aviva by 29 points to 10.
Correct.
What the hell is this?
England was so I don't really know where to begin, really. I guess my first thought of the game was that I think it's very obvious that Wales and England were pretty much living in a bubble of of mid for the last 2 weeks. Probably believed in the team a little bit too much. There were some selections for England that I think were probably the wrong ones. Billy Vunipola is one, not because he got red carded, but I just, he's too slow in the pack. Maybe Dave Ribbons, but, I don't have a huge problem with him being selected. I guess my biggest problem with how England played is that even though the majority of the team that I think a lot of people wanted to be selected was selected, what's this crap here? I think it's custard tart.
Yes, come on! Go on! He's a custard slice!
Even though the team that I think that the majority of people wanted selected was selected, they didn't play the way that you would hope they would. Defensively, I think they held for quite a long time. I think the defense was good, but at the end of the day, it just turned into more defense and more defense and more defense. Every opportunity that we had to make an attack, for some reason, we're up and undering it. Now, what that screams to me is that probably in the week leading up to the game, there's probably a thought that there's some research or something that Ireland, like their fullback or their wings, are weaker under the high ball, therefore that's what we're going to test. So I've got no problem that you stick with this as a game tactic for the first 10, 15, 20 minutes. That's fine, okay? I've got no problem with you doing that. However, when you keep doing it for the whole of the first half, and you go in for the halftime break, and then you come out, and you keep doing it, and you keep kissing. Keep kissing?
So kiss me.
Keep kicking possession away. I mean, to win, you got to have the ball. And it really summarised for me if there was one opportunity in the first half. Ellis Genge makes a break through the line, and he almost makes it to the opposition 22. And for some reason, George Ford's sitting back in the pocket, and he does an up and under to Gibson-Park, who then fair marks. He just marks it. So it's concerning because, as you know, going through the channel, what I've been wanting, this is the team that's slowly getting closer to what I want it to be. It's more of a selection compared to last week that I think could have us give us some success. But it's not good enough. The tactics aren't good enough. That's it, really. On the other side, Ireland are very strong. Well, I don't know if they look strong. I mean, I think what they look like is they look like a very, very good team because they didn't play great and they still won comfortably. So that's a mark of a very, very good team. So I think they look like a very good team, not on their best day. So I think that probably, especially as you played a lot more stars this week, I think that probably quells any nerves that maybe your team isn't ready to go. Everyone looked ready to go, warmed up. A nice little warm-up game of slapping England around. And I think you're raring to go. I think from my perspective, because Ireland hadn't played many of their starters yet, I was concerned that watching Scotland-France the week before, that maybe they would be a step behind. They wouldn't have the hot hand, they wouldn't have the momentum, but this week was a good week to get that. And we'll see what Andy Farrell decides in terms of team selection for the next week, but I think he'll pick another very strong 15 for next week, build the momentum again, and win again. I think they're playing next week. I don't have my computer in front of me to confer that, so apologies if they don't have a game and I'm out of the loop. I am literally sitting in an outdoor toilet, so. Anywho, that's England, Ireland.
And that just about sums up Wales Day. Full time at the Principality.
Again, same comment. I think England and Wales were living in their own bubble in terms of their quality for the last 2 weeks. A lot of positive things have been said about Wales up until this game. I guess if you're really looking at trying to take some positive, is that a lot of the people starting for that Wales game against South Africa wouldn't be your starters, and I don't think it's really a surprise that South Africa's strength and depth of squad is much better than Wales's at the moment. I think Wales's first 15 can be spicy still, can still make some moves, but those weren't the guys on the pitch. You had a lot of rookies on there. You know, your 10 isn't your starting 10, it's probably going to be bigger. A lot of the forwards in there, new guys. The 13 who made the real rookie error of trying to force a play and play it with one hand and end up with a try for South Africa. Yeah, I mean, it just looked like a lot of people that were, you know, out of their depth a little bit. Not a lot of international experience. Playing a South African team that, yes, playing a lot of substitutes, but, you know, a lot of the players that are substitutes, you would think would be vying for spots as well. RG Snyman is an example. Marks is another example. So I think you're concerned if you're Wales because it was not good. It was a complete blowout. It wasn't even close. But it's a warm-up game. You're not playing your best 15, so I don't know. You're struggling for positives, especially with all the good talk around Wales. Their win against England, how competitive they were in the second game as well. But maybe this is a crash down to earth that both England and Wales are just non-competitors this year, even to a level below Argentina in my eyes. And that's not on Argentina. That's more praising Argentina for how good they are and how much they've improved over the last 5 years to, I think, be considered better than England and Wales. I'll put it this way. Who do I think would give New Zealand a better game? Wales, England, or Argentina? And it's Argentina. I think anybody would say that. So, but less about Argentina. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Wales and South Africa. At least with Wales, unlike England, you played a lot of people that wouldn't be playing your best 15. But, boy, bit worrying that if you have some major injuries in your squad and some of these guys have to come in. If you're South Africa, Marion Libbok looked fantastic again. I think the juxtaposition of him and Willie LaRue swapping in the fly half is really good. As I've said in videos before, and I've even made a short about it, Marion Libbok I thought would boss the 10 shirt and always be in attack. And when LaRue and Libbok are both on the pitch, it's not necessarily true, but they interchange very, very well. So Willie LaRue will push the line at 10 and have some go-forward ball and some great passes, and maybe he gets caught in the tackle and then Libbok takes over. It's a really nice mixed match that they got in that attack, and I'm really excited to watch South Africa this World Cup. I think, obviously, they've got a very tough group with Ireland and Scotland, but I think Libbok really frees them up to play in a different style of rugby that they have typically. And they've got players to really utilise that. They've got some of the best wingers in the world. They've got some great centres as well. Obviously, Am's out, but the backers they've got are good as well. And, you know, maybe the pack will be happier that they don't have to make 100 tackles per game, you know. Maybe they'll like a little bit of go forward and being popped off from the fly half. And I don't know, I think it's an exciting time to be a South African fan for sure. In summary, you know, you're the World Cup bosses if you're South Africa, so you're coming in with a ton of confidence, even though you're doing a lot of new things that are working. So yeah, good for them. Anyway, I am still going, yeah.
To the Batcave.
England, Wales, you've come back down to reality, and reality bites hard, especially me being an England fan. Wales, you've not got the same depth as everybody else. You may have some great starters, but other than that, you don't. England, what are you doing? You've got some great players. They're not playing in the right fashion. Why do we keep kicking the ball away? That needs to get sorted out, and pronto, and you don't really have that much time left. France still look powerful as hell. It doesn't matter who you select at fly half at the moment. The team seems to work with both of them. They're scoring a lot of points with both those 10s on the field. Plenty of options. Maybe that works out well because, you know, you can just split your games with having one 10 and another 10, 50-50, keep them both fresh. So you're looking great. Fiji, looking exciting. South Africa, I think the most interesting attacking team this World Cup because of Manny Libbok coming in and making them play in a very different fashion. Ireland, strong as hell. Even though you didn't play great, you still absolutely destroyed England. So that's it from me. Apologies for some of the video quality and some of the drops. My internet's been a bit dodgy, and I've tried to get this video out, and I've had to reduce some of the quality to try and stop some of the skipping.